if a transplant doesn't come through, we're constantly going through the grieving stages. I'm not facing those stages every single day. A lot of the times it's jealousy. My friends are out there doing what they want to do, going on vacations, going to work every day.
For now, Wendy is taking it day by day, staying strong and optimistic that time will be on her side.
I'm going to be my healthiest and in the strongest frame of mind, body, and spirit when my call comes.
Despite all Wendy's efforts to stay strong and healthy, her condition continued to get worse over the next few months, and she had to be hospitalized. But while she was in hospital, with her life hanging in the balance, she finally got the news that she'd been waiting for so long. A set of lungs had become available, and this time they were a perfect match and they were in perfect condition. Finally, 7 months after the dry run, and more than 2.5 years since she was put on the waiting list, Wendy is wheeled into surgery, surrounded by family and friends. A team of surgeons first works on removing Wendy's right lung, while a second team prepares to receive the donor lungs. When the lungs arrive, they are rushed to surgery. Every minute is critical, as lungs can survive outside the body for only 6 hours. This healthy set of lungs came from a young man somewhere in the Midwest who died of a brain aneurysm. While most donors are able to contribute 3 or 4 organs, the lives of 6 different people were touched by his generous decision to be an organ donor. The darkened appearance of the lungs is partly due to exposure to exhaust and smog, typical of someone who lived in an urban environment. These lungs are very healthy and in excellent condition. Because Wendy's lungs were so weak, her surgeon, Dr. Soon Park, transferred her breathing function to a heart-lung machine.
I put her on a heart-lung machine to keep the rest of the body healthy. So even though she can't breathe, the heart-lung machine is providing oxygen and blood flow they need.
Dr. Park first attaches the right lung and tests it. It soon fills with air. The surgeon repeats the process on the other side. Compared to the healthy donor lungs, Wendy's lungs are weak, swollen and inflamed. But the swelling has caused her chest cavity to expand, making it possible to transplant lungs that just a year ago would have been too large for her. The transplant is not a cure for alpha-1 antitrypsin, but if Wendy remains a non-smoker, her disease will progress much more slowly and may never affect her new lungs. After 6 hours, the surgery is a success, and Wendy will be weaned off the heart-lung machine and soon able to breathe on her own.
You did a great job.
Dr. Park receives an emotional reception from Wendy's family.
It's Mom.
Most people say, after a lung transplant, they say, gosh, it's so nice that I don't have to think about breathing. These people are constantly air hungry and short of breath, so they have to not only struggle to breathe, but they have to constantly think about breathing. And so I think it's truly a great gift and gift of a life.
And now, just 4 months after her surgery, I'm joined by Wendy. Well, congratulations, it's good to see you.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you doing?
Good. And we had a couple minor setbacks, but each day is a new day, and we're getting stronger each day. We just have to learn not to have high expectations and let our body speak to us.
Yeah, not try too much too soon.
Right.
Well, you look very different from when we saw you last. Is that part of a side effect of the drugs you're on?
Yes. In fact, that has been one of the problems I've been dealing with.
This cushioning?
Yes. The puffiness in the face, some hair loss, waking up in the hospital and not recognizing the person in the mirror.
So the drugs started to have that effect on you that quickly?
Yes, because I was in intensive care for 2 weeks prior to the transplant.
Now, you're on this regime of all sorts of drugs, anti-rejection drugs, and you have a new set of lungs now. But this isn't a cure for alpha-1, so do you still have to be careful?
Oh, definitely. Get your flu shot every year. to be, especially in the cold and flu season.
And what about smoking?
I always go into restaurants and ask for non-smoking section.
And what about smoking yourself? Would you ever smoke again?
No, never again. Not after I found out what it's like to have your lungs deteriorate.
Now, when did you know that the operation had been a success, that this set of lungs was working for you?
When they came in and tried to take the oxygen away. And they said I was on 1 liter. And I said I wanted it for security reasons, because after you've been on oxygen for 3 years, it's hard to give it up. But they said, your oxygen sats are 99 to 100%. So they took it away.
And then you did start believing?
Yes, I did.
Well, thank you for joining us, Wendy. You're a very good example of why we should all have organ donor cards. Thank you, and the best of luck.
Thank you very much.